So my name is Antonio Beeler, and the reason I care about police abuse is because on New Year's Day 2012, I was assaulted by a police officer and I was charged with crimes I didn't commit. And this all happened because I had witnessed two cops, Robert Snyder and Patrick Gaborski, Austin Police Department, assault a woman who had committed no crime. She was a passenger in a car. Her driver was not even arrested and at this point, and they assaulted her because she was yelling out advice to her friend that she didn't have to submit to a field sobriety test, which is absolutely her right to do. And so when I saw this happening, I decided to take pictures and ask questions and tell the cops to stop what they were doing. I had never had an interaction with a cop before like this. I've never been in the situation to stand up against police abuse. And when I saw it, I just yelled at the cops to tell them to stop doing it. And I was really shocked when they turned on me. And Patrick Gaborski came up in my face, started pushing me around, yelling at me. I was completely passive. He pushed me to the back of a truck. I was trapped between him and the truck, and he's leaning over, shoving me in the chest. And then he all of a sudden said, "Okay, you just spit in my face." And that ended up being the basis of a felony charge against me. And it could have really affected my life in a very bad way, 2 to 10 years in prison. But I had a lot of things going for me that other people don't have, such as my resume, my education background, West Point, Stanford, the fact that I'm a teacher, the fact that I've been working with kids pretty much my entire life. I've been on the boards of nonprofits. I'm not Black or Hispanic. I wasn't in the wrong part of town. I wasn't in the vehicle that was pulled over. I was a designated driver that night. And I'm a former veteran. And so all these things allowed people to believe that, well, maybe perhaps something really wrong happened here. And on top of that, we went out and asked for witnesses to step forward, and we had several witnesses step forward, including one who had video of the event. And that was a game changer. And that person stepped forward and put it up on YouTube, and all of a sudden we had the ability to get the media to actually tell the story and to put out a proper narrative instead of the usual narrative that usually happens. And then after that event happened, a lot of people came forward just to tell me their own personal stories of abuse, not because they were looking for a civil suit to get money back from the state, and not because they were trying to get the cops arrested. They were coming to me to just say, "Thanks for what you're doing. Please fight the good fight. I never had that opportunity, so I support you in what you're doing." And then the people who got behind me, the people who really were supporting me early on, people like Harold Gray and John Bush, they were really working hard to try to help me in my own personal struggle against the APD. But then once we realized that we had the support of the community and all these people from very disjoint communities were coming together to support me, groups that typically never get involved in police abuse issues, we just felt that we had this amazing platform to help out other people who were likely to be victimized, like the people who came forward to me to tell me about their own personal stories of abuse. And so that's why we launched the Peaceful Streets Project, because we were hoping that through my misfortune and my run-in with some corrupt cops, that we could use that as a platform, as something to build off of, to create a movement to change the culture here in Austin and nationally, and maybe even the world, to get people to start questioning what the cops do, why they do it, why they have so much power, to stop buying into the rhetoric, indoctrination, propaganda, whatever, that cops are here to protect us and serve us, and that when they hurt someone, when they arrest someone, when they kill someone, that the other person must have been doing something wrong. And also just to put cops on notice and to get them to realize that when they do cross that line, that no longer can they just have the police officers union and the Thin Blue Line rally behind them and get the media to support their side of the story, but we want to get the truth out there and to help protect people from police abuse, much like the person who was videotaping across the street did for me on New Year's Day.